Oh, hey kids, how are you all doing today? My name is Vivian. Are you all excited to hear another great story? Yeah, good, because I just have the perfect story for you. It's called What We'll Build by Oliver Jeffers. It is a story about a father and daughter planning on their future life together. And after the reading, we will try to answer the following questions. What does future mean? What is a plan? And why is it important for building your future? What do we imagine the future to look like? And what could we possibly plan to do at every turn? But for now, sit tight, relax, and let us read the story together. Okay?
What Will Build? Plans for Our Together Future by Oliver Jeffers. What shall we build, you and I? Let's gather all our tools for a start. For putting together and taking apart. Let's build a door when there was none. We'll build a house to be our home. I'll build your future and you'll build mine. We'll build a watch to keep our time. We'll build some love to set aside and build a hole where we can hide. A fortress to keep our enemies out, and higher walls for when they shout. But you don't always lose and you don't always win. So we'll build the gate to let them in. We'll build a table to drink our tea and say, I'm sorry. Me too. Me three. We'll build a tower to watch the sky and other worlds that passes by. Let's build a tunnel to anywhere. Let's build a road up to the moon. Let's build a comfy place to rest, for we'll be tired soon. Let's build a boat that can't be broken, that will not sink or be cracked open. A place to stay when all is lost, to keep the things we love the most. We'll put these favorite things beside the earlier love we set aside. I think that we may want them later when things are hard and needs are greater. But first things first, let's build a fire, for we've planned a lot and now we're tired. It'll keep us warm like when we're born. Then we'll say goodnight as all's all right. These are the things we'll build, you and I.
So what a beautiful story, isn't it, kids? What was your favorite part? But most importantly, what did you learn from the story? Right. You learn that it is important to plan for the future, like what the father did in the story for him and his daughter. But what does future mean? Future is something that has not happened yet. We do not know exactly what will happen in the future, but we can plan or figure out what to do and how to do it ahead of time. So, why is planning important? If you plan ahead, it is more than likely you can achieve what you set out to do. For example, your classes start at 8:30 and you don't want to be late for school. What would you do so you're not late? You will plan to wake up at 7 o'clock, take a shower and eat breakfast, and be ready to be out the door at 8 o'clock. I figure that it takes 15 minutes for the drive or walk to school. So by 8:15, you are ready. You are already in the school grounds, right? That's called planning. Something you set out to do before doing it. Yeah? Okay. So what else did we learn? Right. We learned about relationships. But what does it mean? It means that the way that the people behave around each other. In the story, there is the relationship between father and daughter. And if you recall, it is a good relationship. And they plan on doing a lot of things together in the future. The story also touched on the relationship among friends. Remember the last part where they sat around the fire? That's what friends do. They live in harmony with each other. And finally, there's the relationship with their enemies. The story demonstrated on how we could behave around our enemies. We could either keep them out and not talk to them, or we could say sorry to each other and forgive each other and get along. Remember how they sat around the table and did just that? Okay, so what else does the story tell us? Did I hear challenges? Yes. Life will always be how we envision. It will not always be how we envisioned it. There will be bumps in the road. A very good example is this pandemic. COVID-19 hit us, and there were many restrictions placed on us. We can't go to school or to church. We always had to wear masks. So what did we do? We adapted. We attended school online. We protected ourselves. And the story touched on planning for the unexpected. Remember that part? Okay. Is there anything else you learned? Yes. Opportunities. In life, you will be presented with endless opportunities and endless possibilities. What's an opportunity? It's the possibility of doing something, a lot of things. In the story, do you remember the part which talk about the father and daughter building a tower to watch the sky, building a tunnel to anywhere, building a road up to the moon, and building a boat that can't be broken? Yes, there's so many opportunities in your future that are there for you to take. Kids, listen. You can be whoever you want to be. Do you want to be a doctor, a teacher, a nurse, a scientist? So, what plans will you make to be what you want to be? I'm sure this will come to you as you grow older. You will identify the right tools that you will need to build a great future. But right now, the best tool that you've got is school or education. Learn as much as you can while in school. What subject should you really be good at if you want to be a doctor or a teacher? Do you think science, math, English? Okay. So I hope you enjoyed the book as much as I did. and that you learned a lot from it, because I did. I really encourage you to develop the love for reading and always keep books in your toolbox as you plan and build your future. But before I go, I'd like to thank our school's Alumni Association for allowing me to be part of its first ever book, read, and reflect project to enlighten young minds like yours. Bye for now.